Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, and welcome back to ZSR for the second in our Skyward Randomizer doubleheader of the day. This race is to decide the winner of Group D in the round robin stage. 64-bit Link versus Gymnast86. Commentating alongside me is Featherblade, and tracking today are Fastest the One and Lotta Chiamaka. You excited for what should be a good race?
Absolutely. I have had the honor of being beaten by both of these runners in this tournament, so I'm looking forward to seeing one of them beat each other.
That's fair, yeah. So this is both these runners are guaranteed to move on. They're both sitting at 2-0 in their group. First and second from each group will move on. So we will kind of get to see who wins. I think both these runners have been playing Skyward Sword since the very early days. But I think fair to say Gymnast is the favorite here. But Rando can be Rando. Weird things happen. The more wide open a seat is, the less linear it is. I think really you get to see some wacky things. So
yeah, that'd be really interesting to see some divergence, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, we've had some very linear seeds, and we've had some seeds that have been wide open where one thing has made a big difference. I don't want to get into spoilers, but you definitely kind of see the two things. So it'll be interesting. I have seen the hints in the dungeons. Do you have any predictions on what they'll be?
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's go with I don't know, Cistern and Sandship and Earth Temple, I guess.
All right. Well, they're about to get underway. Vamilia obviously wants Sandship, her favorite. And our spawn is in Eldin, outside of Fire Sanctuary.
What a terrible spawn.
Yeah, it really doesn't unlock anything. We've got Earth Temple, LMF, and Fire Sanctuary. So
okay.
We've got some of our long dungeons. And Baron Fire Sanctuary. Okay.
Oh.
Baron Bokoblin Base.
Nice.
And Baron Volcano Summit. So I saw those hints. They're on a 10-minute delay. I generated the seed and looked. Those are some weird hints.
That is fantastic.
Fire Sanctuary has, what, 13 checks? Bokoblin Base has 9. These are some high check number regions to be Baron.
Right.
And Fire Sanctuary Baron is rough because you're not going to get any of the sometimes hints. And you could have something awful with your locations for your boss key.
Right.
Earth Temple to Girahim 2. That could be a lot of items.
I mean, you need
it cannot be first myths. It can't be first myths, but it could be Mogra myths. It could be Gust Bellows. It could be Hook Beetles. It could be. It cannot be Fire Shield Earrings.
Oh, can? Oh.
Because of their spawn. Because they don't need Fire Shield Earrings to access Fire Sanctuary.
Oh, and you don't actually need it for the inside. Interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like they're starting with a scale.
Yes.
3rd seed today.
And Lake Florida Scaldera. That is. I mean, that could be bomb bags. It could be our first myths. We already see some divergence where 64-bit is going down to Eldin. I think this makes a lot of sense. Because you can check a lot of things in Eldin, Sphere 0.
Looks like he's got a heart-shaped item in that crawl space.
Yeah, and a wallet, which Gymnast, I think, is smartly thinking, Beetle Shop is not dead, money is useful here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Money routing is important. And that's just our Goddess Heart. So with Earth Temple, the 5 Earth Temple key pieces will be in the Eldin Volcano region. They will ping with dousing.
As long as they're in a chest.
As long as they're in a chest. It is very likely you're going to need digging mitts to get into Earth Temple. Not every seed, but pretty often you will. I think 64-bit is thinking maybe... I don't know. It looked like he was maybe damaging down. I wonder if he's gonna do dig spot RBM.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Jim, meanwhile, is just making the sky loop. We have a hint on Volcano Island, which is Triforce of Wisdom on Skyloft, Central Skyloft.
Yeah.
So is this the RBM then? Yeah,
I think this is dig spot RBM, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
That was Wisdom and Skyloft. Sorry, I'm trying to type the hints in.
Hmm.
Yeah, and this is a trick we don't see a ton of. It is, so what this trick will do, oh, and he is also creating a bit magic file, I think. Or, yeah, so what 60, so this RBM will get the digging spot on the sand slope. And the reason this is not a bad play in this situation in particular is because potentially you are not going to have mitts for the sand slide, and you might have to go there twice.
Right.
This is a little... Oh, but he does not get it.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, that is one that commits itself.
So nothing up in the goddess statue.
Yeah, gymnast with the money he has. Oh, there we go.
Oh, he actually did get it then.
Oh, huh. Okay. That was... Yeah, I think he did get it.
Bit is entirely obscure to me, so...
I don't know why he didn't get
something.
it. Maybe it did not auto-commit from where he was, and he had to... I know Bit. I don't know why that took so long to work, but it did work. I mean, it's possible that could get him into Earth Temple early, although... So, there's the last key piece. No, that's not it about the Mobby Turf, is it? Alright, well, that beetle is going to be useful for Jim. Because it will let him clear Beetle Shop.
It'll also let him do the checks that 64 is having to skip.
Yeah, not a huge number, because 64 is going to have to run past there anyway. That Emerald Tablet is... I don't... The problem with the Emerald Tablet is with the items you have, you're not going to go there. Like, you're going to go do Skyloft. But yeah, I mean, that beetle is a projectile. It is quite useful. There's a kind of precise jump. There we go. Yeah, the nice thing for 64, right, is it's probably going to send him just into Farron from here. Well, that bow...
So he wouldn't be able to do much without the beetle and the bow, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's going to do Skyloft first. But yeah, we now have Beetle Shop access for both runners. The bow will speed up this room for Jim a little bit. The bow will one-shot the Bokos.
I really love having the bow in this room.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Bomb
Skyward
bag
Strike
is also...
worked,
but that was pretty good. I mean... Quite clean from 64.
Yep. Potion Lady gives us a slingshot.
Yeah, so that is 2 slingshots. It's very, very early scatter shot. Yeah, not a lot in Elden, but that Emerald Tablet. Pretty good. You really love the Emerald Tablet early on. I think, though, 64 is just going to do Skyloop here, and then do the Skyloft stuff. That is also a lot of money early on.
That's a really nice find.
Yeah.
Very convenient. He won't even have to do the discount.
Yeah, although Jim, with the amount of money he had, probably wasn't going to need to. But yeah. And another wallet on the 300 item.
It doesn't matter how much money you had, you could have gotten it without just 300.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where money can be really tight early on in Skyward Sword, and so you don't hit it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one thing I will say with the barren regions we have. It is possible Beetle Shop is dead. It is possible that Betro is dead, unhinted. Because like that is an unhinted barren Beetle Shop. They're very high location regions, and when that happens,
Caldera was. We saw that hint before, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, we saw that from Jim.
Let's see. Does Rhina give us anything useful today?
Yeah, I mean...
No.
Yeah, 64 actually could have checked that with the RBM, but I think there's a chance it can crash if you get the wrong item. I don't remember for sure. But yeah,
oh, there's an
looks
RBM
like
for
Shed
this?
Chest had something. No, so when you do Dig Spot RBM, you can actually collect Rhina's crystals.
Oh, okay.
That
Interesting.
item, yeah. But I think certain items will crash. Well, that is Amber Tablet. Although
nice.
with these items, Amber Tablet is not... Amber Tablet's pretty bad. I'll just say it.
Yeah, because you can't get to it through the mines, and you can't hookshot anywhere or clawshot anywhere.
Yeah, like I think 64. There's a chance that he is actually just going to go start clearing stuff here in Farron because he can do a lot of Lake Floria. He doesn't have the beetle, so he's going to miss a few things, but this is not terrible for him. Like, there are a couple things he won't be able to get, but he can do all of Lake Floria, except for the beetle locked check. Well, there's our Triforce in Central Skyloft.
Okay.
Petro 50 is dead.
Yeah, so this is an interesting difference in routing.
Yeah. I mean, 64, I think, knows he is on execution a little slower. And so I think he is taking... He's going to potentially take some risks.
Right. Which is entirely understandable.
Yeah, and this is not an elimination race for either of them, which is kind of the other comforting thing. You know, the winner...
just gets a better place in brackets?
Yeah. So the winner of this group plays the second place from Yal and Audrey. And the second place plays the winner of that group. So yeah, the bracket placement is important. But I mean, you know, I wonder if, for example, we're going to see 64-bit kind of... Yeah, I think he's going to do Rope Floria here.
Okay. I don't know that we've seen that trick yet this tournament.
Yeah, especially with the scale. I don't know how useful it actually is.
That is a good point.
Because of... He's essentially going to go through it backwards. But yeah, this is a cool trick where you go out of bounds with the rope. And you can run off the edge of there and jump off.
Nice.
This is not possible in the HD version. But yeah, I mean, 64, very clean. He's going to grab the statue just in case.
Picking up all of his keys.
That is, Gorko is dead. That's a nice hint.
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty isolated hint. Or isolated check.
Yeah. I like seeing that because that's the fastest way to get fairies. You know, if you need them.
Oh, the goddess wall?
Yeah.
See, I thought the fastest was to grab the one in the temple. But...
Well, if you can get the goddess wall, depends on how many fairies you need. I always get 3. So the goddess wall is faster than running in and out of the temple repeatedly.
I will say, if 64 gets like claw shots here, this play will be really nice for him, and potentially he's just gonna... I think you're gonna clear more, but you really think about booking it to the Nehru. A beetle would also be really nice for him. All right,
Ooh,
well,
mitts.
there is our Lake Florida Scaldera.
And it looks like there is a key piece above Magma No,
No.
never mind.
So
Just
now
two
if
other
I'm
golden things.
64, I am. The problem is he doesn't have a way to get further into Earth Temple. So I think he's still going to do Skyloft. I think he's still going to do these checks here. I was thinking maybe he's going to go clear the rest of Elden, but I actually think he's not right now with the items he has.
And that's completely open world for Jim now with his
Yep.
Emerald Tablet.
There's our
Ooh, a
Caves
Linear
Key.
Caves Key. Very nice.
Yeah, claw shots are going to be even more useful. And smartly grabbing some hearts just in case. The Froaks in this next room can be kind of brutal. Oh.
Ooh.
Unfortunate place to run out of stamina. Yeah, I mean, Jim is going to go to Farron after this, I think, because he knows he can do Lake Floria. And that Lake Florida Scaldera has to be digging mitts. I mean, maybe we're going to get Bomb Bag here too, but...
I guess Jim can't quite yet get up to inside the tree, but he can clear the entire rest of Farron.
There's some bomb block
believe.
things too.
Yeah.
So not quite, but I mean the beetle allows him to do a little more that 64 right now cannot. But I think we're gonna see 64. Like 64, I think went here because of the path. I wonder if he is gonna leave. Yeah, I think he's gonna just go to Skyloft.
Lake Floria.
Well, the digging nets.
Oh, right.
The question now is he gonna just, because he knows there's nothing above the Mogwin turf, he might just clear the rest of Elden. He can't really go deeper into Earth Temple right now. But he might just do the rest of Elden here.
Right.
Which with the mitts would make some sense. But Skyloft also makes a lot of sense.
Well, he's going to pick up his projectiles.
Yeah.
Well, more projectiles there, I guess. He does have a slingshot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing different routing, but really they're going to end up in pretty similar spots.
Yeah, they're kind of going in circles, aren't they?
Yeah,
Chasing
I mean,
each other's tails.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're going to see Jim clear a little more Farron here.
Will he also do Rope Floria?
I don't know if Jim will. I think Jim will go into Deep Woods first.
That would make sense given the equipment he has.
Yeah, I think because he can genuinely full clear Floria, it's going to make more sense. But no, he is also doing Rope Floria. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said,
How very entertaining.
I think Jim is pushing this because if this is Bomb Bag, especially, right? Like that Bomb Bag is going to be pretty useful. The other thing for Jim is he can do a lot more in Earth Temple because he can get past the bridge in Logic.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the thing is 64, when he gets the beetle, is probably going to go do stuff in Elden. Jim does Rope Floria if the rope looks at him wrong.
Entirely fair. That rope deserved it.
All right, and
another wallet.
For 64, I think good that that's not Bomb Bag. That's kind of the thing that could have been damaging for him.
Let's see. So we've seen this, and that was also another wallet.
Yeah, and now 60. That's Jim got that, so that's how we know
Yeah.
they're all good on money.
And yet another useless Nehru's Wisdom.
We get some Groose music here.
Ooh. Okay, a nice beetle for 64, so now he can go back and get the other checks.
Yeah, I mean, I think what 64 is going to do is warp out of... well, maybe not warp out, because...
And then Jim will also find the exact same nothing in the boulders
yeah,
as
the difference
64
is
did.
he's just going to probably do more.
Hmm. Cave's Key. It's kind of nice to not have to hunt for Cave's Key, but it doesn't matter that much if you have to hunt for claw shots instead. Yeah.
Yeah, and with the harp, he's also going to grab... I don't think... Yeah, Jim did not do...
No, he wouldn't have, because he didn't have the harp at the time, I think.
Yeah.
So, new checks.
Yeah, one new check.
Hmm. So which is faster, to actually talk to Pippet? Oh, no, I guess that's the letter, not the harp. Never mind.
Yeah.
If you have the letter and the harp, is it faster to chain these two checks, those two checks together?
Well, that is
Second
actually
field,
really
okay.
useful for 64.
Yeah.
Because that is... 64 will be able to clear Earth Temple. And I think it's going to be a little while till Jim gets that. Now...
It's possible.
Question is, you know, how long is it going to be before Jim finds another beetle? But, yeah, I mean, the hook beetle allows you to do more Earth Temple. We know Earth Temple is our route path to Girahim 2. I'm betting it is our claw shots.
Could be. I suppose the hook beetle opens up more checks in Lanayru whenever 64 gets that tablet.
Yeah, the hook beetle, that's true. It is also useful for...
Mitts were somewhere in...
They were in Lake Floria.
Yeah, they were in Floria.
We know that
Thank
was
you.
our path item.
Okay, looks like nothing up here in Magma Turf.
Yeah. That's the other thing. The hook beetle will allow 64 to bypass Magma Turf faster because he knows he doesn't have to go inside.
Right. Okay, so Jim is now heading up Death Mountain. I think.
Death Mountain. Wrong game.
You know, whatever.
There's a second bow. That's the other, so the other thing, that hook beetle will also allow 64 to get one of the dig spots a little faster. And the sandslide cube faster. Because he'll be able to hook beetle to not climb. Now Jim does now.
To a certain extent, it kind of does feel a
It's
little
hard.
straightforward,
It
but
it is straightforward, but we really don't know yet. Like,
hmm,
it's 23 minutes in. Straightforward seeds turn very unstraightforward when you are missing a couple items.
that is very true.
Triforce of Courage in Linear Mine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's going to require the bomb bag or the hook beetle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that hook beetle could be a decent advantage for 64, especially like I could see Gymnast key seeding into. Well, he doesn't
Mm,
have to key seed, but I think he's going to go do a lot in Earth Temple. But it's possible he's not going to be able to full clear it. That was a key piece, yes. Yeah, 64, almost done here. So he is going to be heading to Elden pretty soon. I think we will kind of see, like, so they've cleared basically the same checks. Jim definitely is a little ahead, but all right, there's
oh,
Gus Bellows. That path to Girahim 2 is either going to be Magma Mitts or Claw Shots at this point.
hmm.
I don't think it can be anything else. It has to lead to one of those two. Yeah, I
Let's
don't know
see.
if Bellows mean much, but
Well, I mean, we do have Linear Mining Facility.
yeah, we have not seen a Molderak path hint yet.
I don't know, maybe our path to Girahim is through Linear Mine, or Linear Mining Facility.
Yeah, I mean, it's the path hint was Earth Temple,
Oh,
so not Elden.
oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think what we're going to see here, 64 is going to be able to get a little faster through Alden because he's not going to be able to do things. Oh, sorry. Let me get the correct settings. I need to update this command. I will.
Okay, looks like we're going to try the Boko assisted out of bounds thing on
Yeah.
Jim's side.
So this is a trick that's used a lot in the HD runs and also some of the
Is it
old
done?
any percent. You basically use the Boko to push you out of bounds on the wall. Oh, there was one check here that was myth locked. I guess Jim must have gotten it. So never mind. 64 is just gonna go through the rest of here. It'll be faster.
Yeah. I mean, he could open it on the outside, or open that blockage on the outside fairly easily, I'm assuming he hasn't already done that.
I don't think he has, but I think it's just gonna be faster to go out through the back from here.
Yep, more efficient. Because it's on your way anyway.
Yeah. Okay, that's Column's Ladder, which Jim does have. That may at least get him the Hook Beetle soonish if he runs out of things to do.
Hmm?
Yeah, 64 gonna just run through, and this is faster than just flying the Hook Beetle from where he is. Oops. Did not quite get the bomb in the right place. And yeah, this is so 64-bit, because he has the Hook Beetle, is going to be able to just fly a bomb over, essentially, and bypass that whole out of bounds section.
Hmm. Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, so you can Hook Beetle a bomb from this bridge here on the left where 64 is, and fly it
Oh,
over.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I remember now. I've done that.
Yep. Yeah, it's this wall that Jim is blowing up. And I assume 64 is going to do that, but maybe Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense.
It is faster for him. Yeah, and Jim at this point, I think, is maybe going to clear Skyloft stuff. I don't know for sure.
He might just be flying up to the temple. Although, yeah, I don't know if that would be... I don't know if that would be faster. No, I guess he's doing a sky loop. Or the
He's
rest
probably
of
also
the sky
checking
loop, I
this
guess.
cube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he will get the hook beetle. He's maybe flying back down to Eldin. No.
Well, he got the
He might
statue
do
next to
Colin's
the temple,
letter
so that'd be
and-
an easy way to get down there once
Yeah,
he gets
he
back.
may... Oh no, he is going back to Farron.
Oh, all right, sure.
So he's going to check Deep Woods.
Interesting.
He's going to check some of the beetle lock things here.
The estimated time for these settings for decent runners is between 2 and 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes
a
you
really
can get
fast
longer.
seed can be an hour and a half. But I would say closer to 2.
And 64 is just looking for his last key piece, which he will find shortly, I believe.
Yeah, he's gonna have to climb up, because on the slope, I guess. Yeah, I think Jim is gonna do the beetle peek here for this item. Using a beetle,
And it's
you
difficult
can...
to see.
Yeah, I don't see what that is.
I bet it's a bird feather.
Yeah, it's probably treasure of some kind, but I don't know for sure.
Bird feathers are the worst treasure. They're just so tiny and hard to see.
Yeah, the fact that you can't see it tells me it's probably not useful, but it's hard to know for sure.
So do you think 64 is going to go into Earth Temple as soon as he gets this last key piece?
Yes, he is. Because 64 with the items he has, he can full clear Earth Temple.
He knows Bombless Caldera?
I think he does. I think he's been playing long enough that he does. I mean, I could be wrong, but 64 has been playing the randomizer since season 1.
Okay.
So I kind of trust that he does, especially because Bombless Caldera is a pretty common trick.
Oh. Yeah, I guess the tree would be open to Jim now that he has the bellows. I really wanted to say vacuum there for a minute, and it's not. So we'll see what's in here, and probably on top of the tree as well.
Yeah. I assume Jim will... Did Jim douse from within? Yeah,
Right.
he might think about doing it this way. Because the way he's going to have to do things, again, without claw shots, I assume he might Boko push to get one of the 2 cubes.
That would certainly be the
So he doesn't
easier
have
way
to
to
climb
get the
off
one cube.
a second time.
Yeah.
It's an out of logic... Well, it is an out of logic trick, even though not out of logic for him.
Right.
But yeah,
And there's
climbing the
64
great tree
with
without claw
bellows.
shots. Well, there's Magma
Mildly
Man.
painful. Okay, nice.
So that means our claw shots are in Earth Temple, which means 64 is going to be getting those claw shots very soon.
Interesting.
I don't think it could be... The only other thing it could be is a song pointing to claw shots.
Well, it'll be exciting to find out. Nice slow vine climbs up the tree. And flooded Floria first. Yeah, there have been several heart containers, haven't there?
Yeah, which, yeah, you don't really like heart containers.
Yeah, probably not at the skill level these guys are playing at.
Yeah. There is our first sword here in Flooded
Very
Fairwood.
nice.
Yeah, I mean, the claw shot's for 64-bit, if I'm right, and those are Earth Temple. I really don't know why Jim is having stream lag. I cannot tell you, other than, like, it could be a connection issue on our end, because his stream is not too high quality. I will try and do a refresh on him while he's in Flooded Fairwoods. Hopefully we don't miss anything, but I will refresh the streams. But unfortunately, that we missed an item there that he got from the refresh.
I think it was just a horn.
There's our bomb bag in Flooded Fairwoods.
Okay, very nice.
Oh, 64. Trying for the cutscene skip. There we go.
Well.
Yeah. And nice cutscene skip. That's the most important one, is the third one here.
Hmm. Yeah, runners like this make those look really easy.
Yeah, they're not.
They are not. Okay, what's on the tree? Money and...
And let's see. More money.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so 64 is going to do the RBM here. I think he's still going to go into the tunnel, though, because we haven't gotten a hint for the lava tunnel, but...
Yeah. And you really don't want to skip that if that's something. Okay, looks like we get to see this Boko push.
Yeah. So this is definitely the easier of the two Boko pushes, because it is pretty easy to get a visual cue for that cube. You also don't get blocked by the tree as much.
Yep. And it's so much faster than climbing the tree again. Now, why is he going... Oh, right, he got the bomb bag, so he can check the what's actually in here. And I'm assuming that upper bombable didn't ping. Oh, yep. Gulp.
Yep. And pretty clean RBM here from 64. We just get so much Groose music today. I have been playing my clarinet more recently, and I should learn the clarinet part for this. So...
Oh, that'd be fun.
64 should have raised the bridge. Should have committed first. 64
yes,
has not been to Flooded Fairwood.
Oh,
so
right.
He has not. I don't know if 60... Yeah. I assume 64 knows what he's doing. He'll be fine. Because I think what he's going to do is he's going to go get the rupee in the lava tunnel and then just jump off.
I would think so. It does kind of feel like damaging down a little earlier than is wise, but Apparently it's not hurting him, so...
Yeah.
I do like that setup for this particular cube warp.
Yeah, and Jim gets it clean. It's a little harder, just because it is a little harder to see the cube above you, and the ledge can hit
bit.
you, and Gorko can also mess with you. And,
but it is a very reliable setup, I find.
There's our lower bombable.
Okay. Well-placed hint. Good job, game.
You know, there is no guarantee hints will be in a useful position if they're a junk hint.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome in, Ryukin. Ryukin is a new Skyward Sword. Flooded Farron is not a place people usually leave, because it is 5 checks you can get relatively easily, I would say.
It's a fairly fast region for checks, yeah. Yeah, it does depend on the seed. And it depends on how easy it is for you to get up to the top of the tree. Is completion a check?
I don't even know what...
Yeah, you want to...
Yeah.
Explain that
I'm not sure, like, they have to beat the endgame bosses. Flooded Farron completion. It is.
Well,
so
yeah,
that is the Water Dragon's reward. It's a separate check. They start with 14 groups of tad tones, and they have to collect 3.
And those 3 that they have to collect are randomized throughout other checks in the world.
Yeah.
So those 3 could be anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, was Water Dragon's reward hinted dead? I missed that hint.
I don't know. Bottle for Jim.
Yep. That bottle, when 64 goes back, will be nice.
Mm-hmm.
The boss key chest might be vanilla.
West Eldon Volcano by the cube. Okay.
Got it. Okay. I must have missed that. Alright. Yeah, this... I don't think 64 has done this room. So there are things that are going to be faster for Jim here in Earth Temple with the bomb bag.
Mm-hmm.
There's another sword. That'll be
nice. Let's see. Two of our bosses are damage-based rather than hit-based, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So, yeah, better swords are nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, Scaldera is damage-based, and Girahim 2 is damage-based.
Yes, theoretically, all the randomized tad tones could be in Flooded Farron.
It feels like an exceptionally rare thing.
Considering all the rest of the places they could be randomized, yeah, it would be a very... Maybe one of those seeds you talk about, probably. Din's power to claw shots. Okay.
Well...
Alright.
I was partially right. nothing else in Elden Trial. So yeah, Earth Temple of Girahim 2 is for Din's Power. I mean, good news for Jim is not having Hook Beetle won't set him that far behind. Claw Shots for 64. 64 is probably not going to go back to... Like, in 64 shoes, you don't have much reason to go to Baron for a little bit. You're probably going to spend a lot of time in Limeru.
That would make sense.
Because you can clear LMF almost completely. You're going to basically pray that the LMF boss key is dead. You can clear almost all of Linear Sansi. Without Whip, maybe not. You can clear most of Linear Desert, and you can douse everything.
I think there are only, what? There's only 2 checks that in Sansi that would require the Whip, I believe.
Yeah. In these settings, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, again, like,
boss fight.
The Hook Beetle could loom large. Because if Hook Beetle is, like, if Jim just does a lot and doesn't get Hook Beetle for a while.
That's only going to... that's only going to keep him from the, from opening the back checks in the Fire and Lightning nodes, isn't it, though?
Well, he can't go deeper into LMF. Right?
Oh, right, because he doesn't have the whip, can't do the whip trick.
Either.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, Jim, be careful. We're going to see Bombless Scaldera here. In 64-bit. So, what you do, and it's really important, you have to roll this bomb. To do it, but with a bomb roll, essentially, you can just reach Scaldera's mouth to suck up the bomb before it explodes, which will get you through phase 1.
Well, they'll save a fair amount of time.
There we go. Yeah, bombs will... They save Jim a little bit of time. I mean, like, for sure.
There's less running up the slope, for one.
Yeah, like, they will save him time on Scaldera, for sure. They saved him time getting to the, whatchamacallit? Like, they're gonna save him time getting to the tunnel. But, yeah, that was definitely risky for 64-bit, but he got it.
Very nice. And got gratitude crystals for his troubles. Which I suppose it is possible might have something. That's, what, a 4th sword for Jim? Or is that, was that his 3rd?
That's level 4. It's his 2nd sword that he's found.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 sword was in Flooded Faron.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so what 64 is going to do is he is going to go grab his Claw Shots out of here. I mean, where were Magma Mitts? There's our useless Fire Shield Earrings.
Were Magma Mitts in the tree? They were somewhere that 64 had.
They were. But, again, 64 is going to get there later.
Eventually, yeah.
I think what he's going to do is just go clear the trial here.
That would make sense. He's in the region. It's not hard to get to.
Is he... What RBM is he doing now?
I know, but that'd make a pretty good screenshot of that Boko's face.
Yeah, I don't know what back in time trick.
I guess we'll find out. Would early Thunderhead make sense here?
It's got to be early Thunderhead.
Okay.
I think he's just doing it because he's... Yep. Yeah, that's just early Thunderhead.
Oh, all right.
I mean, whether it makes... Gorko is dead, so early Thunderhead does make sense.
Ah, right. Because you don't want to have to search for the ballad to access it.
Yeah.
So here we get to see the difference between bombless and bombed Scaldera.
Yeah. And it is significantly faster. Like, I will... This is a place where Jim is saving time.
That's an interesting technique, to drop the bomb at his own feet and smack it with a sword.
That is, I think, the fastest strategy. I don't think 64 is going to go into Thunderhead soon. I just think he's doing it because he's taking risks, essentially.
Was that going to be the easiest or most convenient place to set it up?
I think so, because he was right there. Because he's not going to open up Skyview, most likely.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could jump from there.
You can, but he angled it a little wrong.
Well, that's good to know. Nice.
Yeah, he is beelining. All right. So that was dead. I didn't see where the third thing is, but I think now
the third one's way over here.
Okay, so he's probably going to grab the tears on the way. At least some of them. Because backtracking here
is
painful.
Okay. So, first dungeon down for both of our runners.
Yep.
And was that... What was that item? Was that the claw shot? No, that wasn't the claw shots.
No.
Oh, must have been the song. Okay. It's challenging to keep an eye on what both runners are doing when you have to look back and forth between their screens.
I know, it's hard.
Pure shuffle to tournaments. Wasn't there some kind of
an option.
Difficulty?
No. The reason we don't do it for tournaments is because essentially because it's random every time, essentially it becomes kind of a learning how to route. We prefer kind of giving people something predictable. That may change in the future. But at least for now, that's kind of been our attitude, has been to not shuffle the items in tournaments. Now, we will in non-tournament events, but that may be something to talk about for Season 5. Yeah. What settings are on? There's a full document with all the tournament settings. But basically, 3 required dungeons. They have to get Master Sword. They have to get all 3 Triforce pieces. Harp, like usual.
And apparently claw shots were on the 3rd relic.
Or on the reward.
Because Jim just picked them up, and they're definitely not on the reward.
Oh, they're on the one right by the vent. Yeah.
And since 64 checked all the lower checks first...
Yeah, so that tier you can't really see easily from from down below.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that opens up desert and everything else that was claw shot locked.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's routing this trial is hard.
There are 3 distinct areas. You have to do them each one at a time. There's no convenient way to link them together.
Yeah, and like I think easy for 64 to do what he did. And yeah, you can't douse in trials, so you have to go around. So yeah, I mean,
Will birds nest be useful? We won't know until someone checks it.
Yeah, Jim is gonna go check some. 64 is probably kicking himself for not getting that a little earlier, but again, it's hard to fault him.
There were more relics down in the lower section, and you don't want to not get the tears while you're down there if the relics aren't what you want. So it just depends on which section you choose first.
Yeah, the fast loft wing is a feature.
Makes it a little challenging to steer sometimes.
Yeah, you definitely have to get used to it.
So I'm guessing it's time to do more of the sky checks, since they've built up a fair number of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think 64 is probably just going to book it to Laniru. The way he's been routing. I think Jim is playing a little safer. But he is going to check some... He was thinking about checking some cubes, which I think he is going to just douse Goddess chests. The fact that he hasn't really gotten any of the Goddess chests. But yeah.
Oh, this is the most useless landing point in the entire Sand Sea.
I mean, we could have added that hint in, but I timed it. It's about a 1.5-minute detour. Just too far for a hint.
Yep.
I literally went and timed it when I was thinking about whether to add it in. Yeah, I mean,
is that the one that requires using the rickety coaster to get to access?
Yes. Yeah. If you're in Shipyard, it's a little shorter. But yeah, from like Pirates or Skippers, it's about a 1.5 minutes. Thing quick beetle locked.
Oh, that's a nice technique, dropping down on the boxes.
Yeah, I mean, Jim at this point is actually not looking for a ton to be in go mode.
Right.
I mean, neither is 64. They need swords. They need to know where their third Triforce is. Jim is going to need a way to get into the back of Alameth.
Yes.
And potentially also Hook Beetle just to beat Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on where the boss key is in Fire Sanctuary.
Right.
That's, and we just don't know yet.
Yeah, we haven't... Have we seen any hints for Fire Sanctuary? I don't think we have.
We will not, because it's barren.
Oh, right.
Because it's barren, there won't be any copies of the Sometimes Hints. Yeah, and we're seeing with Jim the two the 2 chests on the other side of the wall, and it's big. I'm just gonna
let the
run past
BMOS
here. If you run past the BMOS, or just
I thought he was going to death warp.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. He's killing the BMOS.
None of these electrical things, whether it's a BMOS or one of these laser barriers, is a very fast way to death warp.
No, there's a fence.
We do sometimes.
Yes. We try to answer chat when we can, but we also try and commentate. That looks like nothing.
And yes, Cave's Key is of use in this seed because we landed on one side of the door. The doors in this game are locked from both sides.
Yes. Basically, there's only one, like, there are times when Cave's Key can be useless, but most of the time it will be in a useful region.
Usually the only time that Cave's Key is useless is if your starting spawn is in one side, or is on one side of the door, and your first dive is on the other side of the door.
Yes. Yeah, this is going to be interesting now, because I don't know if we're ever going to get the third Triforce in. It could be in Volcano Summit, which is barren. So we'll kind of see, can a useless Cave's Key be a barren blocker? No. An item that is completely useless cannot be a barren blocker. But that... How like, you can have items that only lock bottles that are effectively useless, but that will be a barren blocker, typically.
I don't know, I like collecting bottles.
Yeah, so
they're shiny.
64 is going to go here. He's going to die faster than Jim did. Because running into a barbed wire fence. Yeah, and there's our third bow. Okay. The only thing in Skippers.
You know, you kind of have to check it just in case.
You do. Yeah.
No, that was a better bow.
It is a bow that does more damage.
In this game, the quivers are extra items that you have to buy, and you keep them in your adventure pouch, and you can toss them out if you well, you can trade them in at the item storage if you don't want them.
Yeah.
Same with larger capacity for your bombs and for your seeds for your slingshot. But there are sufficient, not drops, I guess, but every one of those pots by the statues has refills for your consumable items.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a relatively new feature within the last 2 years that is very useful.
Nice.
It's a really nice quality of life feature because
absolutely,
there are just areas where you will never get a refill for certain items, and it can be very easy to run out of them. And it's a really dumb way to lose a race. Unfortunately, it happened once.
Uh-huh.
Where someone lost a race because they did something out of logic. Yeah. Does feel like 64 is making his way through Sansi maybe marginally Faster than Jim, but they're kind of hot on each other's heels. Mm-hmm. Jim is going to be able to get some bomb lock things in Desert.
Oh yeah, because 64 hasn't gone back to Farron.
Yeah. The claw shots were in the Elden Trial. Both of them have the claw shots. The hook
he
beetle.
skipped skippers. Yeah, that makes sense.
The hook beetle was on. Oh, he skipped. He just assumed skippers was nothing. Okay. The hook beetle was on the item from Colin in Skyloft, which Jim will get to, but it's not going to be full.
Well, that's an item we haven't seen in a while. Going to Trials. Thank you,
yeah.
Polo.
Yeah, Linear Caves is actually not hinted Baron this seed. I'm having seed bleed. But...
I am very impressed that Jim could see what the item on the pillar was from that far away. It's either got a better monitor or better eyes. I believe so, yeah. I think the Mines is the second Triforce that we've had hinted. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah, Linear Mine is Courage. I don't think we saw the third Triforce hint yet. Unless I missed it.
I believe not.
Well, okay, that is good for Jim.
Very nice.
I don't know if they're on Wii or Wii U, but they both play on console. Yeah, and that beetle is really good for Jim. Because at this point, Jim, like, if you're 64, you're probably hoping Jim misses something like that beetle for a while.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we have anything in Mines.
Well, we do. We've got a Triforce.
Other than the Triforce.
Yeah. We'll see if anything pings.
See how deep in Mines it is.
That I think two.
That looked like two to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus the cube could have some.
Does it shoot? It's more powerful. Does more damage to the enemies, I think.
Yes. It does more damage uncharged. Is there a reason to not take the cube? No.
Only if the region in which the cube sits was marked barren. I believe. I think that's how the cube hints work, that if there's something useful in the chest, it'll say that the item is in whatever region the cube is in.
It's complicated.
Yes. It's both.
Yeah, if it's a Triforce hint, the Triforce can be on the cube. If it is a path hint, then the path will say, what is it, uniting something with the sky?
I believe so, yeah. Which is good to know, because that gives you a lot more information than just the whatever is in region.
Yeah.
It depends. Sometimes the seeds are linear enough that they kind of have no choice but to follow the same route. And they all have to do pretty much mostly the same checks.
Yeah, I mean, it's right, like all randomizers. Some seeds are pretty linear. Some seeds are not.
And this one, they did all the same checks earlier in the seed, but they did them in different orders.
Yeah.
Which sometimes works out better than it does others. just depending on what items you find.
Yeah, so
Oh, Jim doing
yeah,
a
we
race
are.
lady.
The whip actually may not be required. I actually think the whip is not required.
It would be useful. Well, I guess not necessarily now if they've got the hook beetle. It would have been useful if they couldn't find the hook beetle earlier.
And yes, they are playing on the same seed. That is the only way you can race is if they're playing on the same seed.
And what is this second check in mines? Crystals.
Crystals. The sword that Jim has at 64-bit does not, as in Flooded Fair was. For the record.
Yep. Yeah, that was a fun set of barons. Okay, looks like no chest at Party Wheel today.
Yeah, that's
which is probably just as well.
For 64, good. Because that bomb bag that he does not have is...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really like these little tricks that you can do to grab that that cube. It's so stylish. And surprisingly easy to do. Hey, a Tadtone. It's a fair number of pings out here. Looked like the mesa near Lightning Node and maybe the secret passage chest.
Yeah.
Lots of money. It's interesting the different information you can get depending on where you ping from. Because where 64 pinged from, the Sand Oasis chest kind of interferes with the potential, or is in line with this one over here, which can make it look like one pings and the other one doesn't. That's a really easy misping to do. And there's a whip. For all the good it does. Interactive maps to find chests and such. There is a map-style tracker.
You can use the in-game maps, but the runners who are racing are going to know where all the checks are. That's something you learn before you start racing, generally speaking.
It's mostly a matter of practice, yeah.
Yeah.
And the tracker does have a pretty good description of the location, or a pretty good description of the locations of the chests, mostly. Or the chests and the checks.
Yeah, I mean, when you race, you learn where all the checks are. So 64 is rushing LMF here. Yes. Dowsing, especially chest dowsing, is very useful.
But nicely done whip trick.
I don't fault 64 for doing this, especially with that bomb bag. Like, this is time save for him, potentially.
Yeah. And as long as there's nothing in the big key chest, then the gamble pays off.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you ping the boss key chest from here?
Next room.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, you can ping it from the hub room.
Okay, so that's fire node clear. I wasn't paying attention. Was there anything good in there?
I don't think so. So chests douse if they have something useful. That is why you use the dowsing technique. It's a setting in the randomizer that we enable for racing. So if the chests, when you douse them, don't have anything, you don't have to get them.
Makes it so easy to skip a whole bunch of checks.
It is why chest dousing is so incredibly powerful in the randomizer. Here we go, second try. And yeah, I mean,
more crystals.
Yeah, it's a lot of crystals that Jim is getting. I mean, the thing about the hint is Betro could just be unhinted Baron. I do wonder. So our last Triforce hint at this point, I think, is in Volcano Summit.
That'd make sense.
So you do kind of wonder if we're gonna just see, especially if they get their final swords, which Jim is closer to than 64. Do you just rush that hint?
That's a good question.
Because at some point, with the number of locations checked.
No, unfortunately, the goddess cubes can't be doused.
Yeah, that option does not exist in the randomizer. Once you activate the goddess cubes, however, and the goddess chests turn to be activated, the goddess chests will douse, but only once they have been activated.
There's so many different ways you can do this node, depending on where the check is.
Yep. Ah, yes, Vimy. There's one goddess chest with some weird behavior.
I do like lightning node. There's just something about the precise shooting that you have to do there that's just, chef's kiss. And it's a bottle.
And so there's basically nothing bomb locked here.
Interesting.
Which is, for 64, quite good. Because this is just stuff that Jim is doing that 64 will probably not come back for anytime soon.
Right.
Right? I mean, all we got was crystals. So, like, okay, there is potentially some use.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jim currently can get all of the useful unhinted Betro checks.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. We might be close to bottle percent. There are 5 bottles, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know how
they've
many
actually
we've
collected. Looks like 2
it's
each.
a nice boss key location, because it means you're not going to get stuck with what we colloquially call worst layout of LMF. We're going to see if there's anything on the boss key chest. Let's see. No, nothing on the boss
key. So
chest.
lucky. Nice.
Yeah, this is good for 64.
And we don't get to see the worst room in this dungeon, which is saying something for this dungeon.
Yeah.
Now, why is he going this way? I thought he pinged this chest and there was nothing.
64?
Yeah.
I thought this one was the one that pinged. Oh no, it was not. Okay.
Okay. I'm glad I did not misapprehend that. No, the entrances are not randomized in this in these settings.
Yeah, I mean, so I think 64-bit is probably going to go to Farron after he finishes LMF. I feel like he does have to at some point. Man, we are agonizingly close to go mode. I just don't really know. Really, like... Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. 64 almost made it a lot harder to go get that chest. Because once you flip the switch, it is a lot harder to make that jump. And that is another dead trial. We're up to 3. We have 3 of the trial songs. 2 of them were dead. 1 just had the claw shots. Did 64-bit skip the vanilla small key chest? I just realized.
I don't remember. He might have. That's the first chest in the front of the place, right?
Yeah, I don't think he got the first chest in the hub room. I think he skipped it. Although maybe he sussed out that had to be the small key. I think that might have been it. Or was it just... It was the shortcut chest, maybe. Maybe it was the shortcut chest.
I thought the both shortcut and...
oh, you know what? He might just get
both
one here. Because he can do both. Oh, yeah, he... Yeah, he might just get both and then Death Warp. I think that's actually what he's doing.
Oh man, I was having trouble getting on that cart the other day.
Yeah, this is not like the most precise track, but it's definitely.
And it seems like there are at least 2 different spots you can stand on the cart stably. But figuring out which one you're actually aiming for is a little bit tricky.
Yeah, there are kind of 2 places you can.
So I was thinking about this last seed, and I wasn't sure how you get from the shortcut chest to that other, to the first chest in the hub room.
64 must have been that. It must have only been this chest. The way you get to it is essentially by... You have to kind of go do the box, and then you have to just hold on. The sword is in Flooded Farron Woods, which I think we can expect 64 is going to go to. Oh, and 64, remember, there is a bomb flower here that you can use.
Yeah, Keith just wasn't being fast enough. Electric chews are definitely faster for death warping than the keys are.
Yeah, he just couldn't get to somewhere.
Okay, and 64 heading into Molderak as soon as this puzzle piece cooperates with him. There we go.
Yeah, we're kind of in an interesting spot. Like, I think so. I think 64-bit is going to go to Fair, and then check Thunderhead. I wonder if Jim is going to think about early Thunderhead at some point.
Don't know. Probably depends on if the ballad shows up in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, it just feels like... Right, for 64, it makes sense that he's going to go finish off Farron Woods and Flood Farron.
Oh, that's amusing. Just how aggressively Jim is pushing Molderak back.
Yeah, that's kind of, with this fast strat, that's how you start. We're seeing both of them just do this claw shot strat. Jim obviously a little faster, but both pretty clean.
Super fast kill. Neck and neck.
Yep.
Holding hands on the way out of the mining facility. I don't know that the better sword does help on Molderak, because I think Molderak is the number of hits, not the damage you do.
Correct. It is a fully... It's a hit count base, so the sword doesn't help. Other than the sword might be slightly longer.
That's possible. But the longer sword is actually more annoying. Well, it would definitely affect how far you're standing away. And if you're used to standing closer, then... Ah, interesting. .64-bit Link serenading the statues as he goes past them, and Jim just taking a rest.
Yep, everyone does different things here.
It's a really useful place to just put the controller down and stretch your hands out. Which, especially after an hour and a half, sometimes is really nice.
Yeah. And the seat is definitely, like, Patro... I think Jim is going to go to Patro.
Yeah, he hasn't been there at all.
But he's going to check he's going to check cubes first. Nobody has been to Patro yet.
Okay, seed bleed.
Like, 64, I think, is going to check some cubes and then head to Farron.
Which would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
looks like none of them are registering.
Yeah, Jim does have to check this one cube, so there's one cube that only spawns in from a certain distance. They also do both have spiral charge now, I think. So Jim is going to check this.
Oh, that's a nice technique. Slowing down right before the rock, so that you have time to...
Okay, there's our final Triforce.
The one we never got the hint for.
I do think 64 is going to get that soon. So we're now a sword away from go mode.
Okay.
64, I think, has a pretty clear path, which is he's going to climb the Great Tree, do Flooded Farron, finish off the rest of Farron Woods here. I feel like Jim is probably still in the lead at this point.
Probably.
But it kind of depends, right? Like, is there going to be basically a... Because if our final swords are in Thunderhead, that could be good for 64.
Right.
If Jim just doesn't find Ballad for a while.
But who knows? Maybe it's in the nest.
Yeah. Elden Volcano to
Elden
Molderak.
Volcano. Yeah. Okay.
I don't even remember what that was.
I think that was the Bellows. Yeah.
It was probably the Bellows, yeah.
They were on the, Oh,
well,
what do you know? Valid.
Yeah. I feel like Jim is now in a pretty solid position. Because I think he's going to get a sword on Petro. Or in Thunderhead.
Yeah, it kind of has to be one of those two places.
Yeah, and this... I think Keylocked LMF had nothing.
Oh, I thought there were pings on the Keylocked side, but it's probably just a gamble. But, you know, it's a reasonably compact place to go back to.
Yeah, Fire Sanctuary is barren. So, their spawn is outside of Fire Sanctuary. Alright. So nothing on 5, 10, or 30, or 40. So that was, yeah, unhinted Baron. As I kind of said, right? We had unhinted Baron Beetle Shop. We had...
yes, exactly. Rich and useless.
Yeah, I mean... So I think Jim is going to go to Thunderhead now. He can full clear.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of feels like that's... I mean... He's going to do Skyloft Village, but Skyloft Village... Probably barren.
I guess they haven't found the rattle yet, if it's not. But yeah, it's kind of less and less likely.
Yeah, I mean, there's just, like I said, a lot of,
So what do you think makes a runner choose to do this vacuuming, or cleaning, clockwise versus counterclockwise?
I have no idea. Is it a Zoolander thing, where you can only do it one direction? I made that joke, and I'm like, I don't know if she's actually going to have seen Zoolander.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Alright. 64, still going to have to finish off Flooded Farron, because he's going to want the bomb bag. But... Oh, down to 1 heart in Flooded Farron is risky. Oh! Okay.
Nice.
Well,
okay.
That is go mode for Jim. So, yeah, Jim is probably going to win this race. I mean, you need to figure out where in Fire Sanctuary your boss key is.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like you do the statue RBM and then just go forwards.
Could do. Yeah, it depends on what, if anything, pings.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you don't do the statue RBM, but I feel like you just want to. But yeah, it's going to be a relatively fast Fire Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So
how many checks in here are there that don't ping? Is it just both of the
the Magmas,
all of the Magmas,
Plats. Yeah. That is the balcony.
Okay.
But that may just be a key. That's probably a key. Like I said, it's possible. The 5th sword was from Pero, finishing the Oriel quest and talking to Pero the 2nd time. Yeah, Fire Sanctuary. has 2 regions. So basically the inside is one and the front and back are another. And yeah, chests don't ping unless they are loaded in, but so like the 2 Magma chests and Plat chests will not ping until they're loaded in. Everything else will ping, and everything else is a chest. But you can only... Yeah. So...
Yeah, some of these
Okay,
better
64 is going to do
really...
the swag hop here.
Ooh.
The swag.
Nice.
Yeah, that is the swag. That is called
Risky,
swag
but really
cube
cool.
for that trick.
That's amusing. Yeah, these better runners have some really, well, really swag movements that they can do.
And yeah, as I said, that was the first small key. You know, the question for Jim is just where's the boss key?
It's a question for us all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's enough time for 64 to make up.
Entirely possible not. Yeah, this is for first place in this group.
Yeah, both runners have already advanced. They're both 2-0.
Yeah, Whale Fins and I were the other 2 in this group. So
yeah.
That's not a lot of pings in there, understandably.
I mean, the only things that are going to ping here are potentially a dead song.
Mm-hmm.
And they're useless items that unlock only junk or, yeah.
Right.
Or keys.
64 continuing through Farron, getting the Deep Woods Cube.
Yeah. It's
some useless information. I think that one there is one of my favorite tricks in Fire Sanctuary.
Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just throw the water up into its mouth. Very nice double kill on those Magmanos.
Oh, you are probably ahead of me.
Am I?
Yeah, you are ahead of me.
Oh.
I'm gonna refresh. Jim's stream is having issues. It is all over the place. I'm gonna refresh the streams quickly.
Okay.
He's probably having some weird connection issues because he's jumping. His latency is jumping around. So just bear with us. I'm refreshing some things, so I'm not watching right now.
And 64-bit also picking up his third Triforce.
So Jim is going to be able to... So Jim, I think, figured out from dousing that second Magma is just the third key.
Is he going to do the RBM now?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he's going to bit warp instead.
Oh, okay.
Bit warp might be faster because he wants to do the 2 checks, but yeah, it's going to be really slow to die.
So what's the difference between a bit warp and an RBM?
A bit warp is where you load your file as you basically load your back in time file as you're loading your regular file. It changes the coordinates that you spawn on. Whereas an RBM just changes something in memory as you load in.
Oh, okay.
Yes. They both use bit, but they kind of they do different things as you load in. And result in different effects. So we'll see pretty quickly which one Jim is doing.
Meanwhile, 64 bit is going ahead.
Because there's a ping, it's either the boss key chest or the or the chest in the staircase. And so that's why I think he's gonna he's using his file to open the gate, but he is, I think, he is just gonna bit warp in because going to the staircase this way is faster. I don't know which chest it was, but he could tell pretty easily. So what Jim has done is loaded into a region that is unloaded right now.
And that's why there are no Bocos there.
That's why there's no Bocos. And what he has to do essentially is... he did that to Douse. So what he's going to do now... So with the Bocos now loaded in, he's essentially going to do a hop here. And because... So he is technically on the exterior layer of Fire Sanctuary. So you cannot do that jump in the interior layer because that little tongue is not loaded in. So the bit warp basically places you into the interior without a lot of the things on the interior being loaded in.
Interesting.
But the chest, some of the chests can load in, so you get some interesting tricks that you can do with that bit warp.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, essentially, like, what is actually loaded in is kind of a weird, confusing thing. In every dungeon.
And there's our boss key.
And that, we were in go mode, but that is hard official go mode for Jim.
Happily, we don't have to go through anything with the boss key chest.
Yeah, the Magma Mitts ended up only being logically required, not actually required. Magma Mitts are actually not often required with back in time tricks for Fire Sanctuary, but yeah. So
Key.
we will never know where the final sword is unless 64 gets it here. There are a few checks that he's going to do that Jim did not. Turning in Colin's letter is one. Zelda's closet is another.
No, it's only 3 dungeons.
Yeah, Jim has beaten all of his dungeons.
So fast with a good sword.
Yeah. Yeah. So Girahim 2 is a hit point based fight. And essentially, the sword you do this with in the vanilla game is the white sword. The master sword does twice as much damage, so you kill it twice as fast. In some old versions of the random... Oh, 64 is doing loose crystals for betrayal.
Oh dear.
Because he didn't...
That's unfortunate.
I get why. He wants to full clear betrayal, and 5 loose is pretty quick.
Right.
Especially with Quick Beetle. So I actually get why he's doing this.
I suppose it is faster than doing the nodes in Lanayru.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't realize that if he had just gone to Central Skyloft, he would have his final sword.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this is, you know, I think this is an interesting seed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. As he's on his way, he gets his Master Sword. So 64 his hit go mode.
Very handy.
But unfortunately going to be too late. I wonder if he is going to just do back half. If he's going to douse and decide to do that.
I don't know.
Yes, he is. Nope, he's not. Yeah, I think because of the Barons, this ended up just being a really weird seed, just because there were a lot of places, unhinted Baron, there's a lot of bait. I mean, anytime Betro has nothing, right, that's 13 pings that are useless.
Right.
And yes, you can get the Paro check inside his house.
Which is good to know, although it's only kind of useful in those situations where you're already running around at night.
Yeah, you can also check it while you're doing the statue RBM. Fun fact.
Okay.
Oof.
Ooh.
Collision in this game. He hit a wall. And then the Magmanos trolled him. The Magmanos are trolly. I don't really know how else to say it. They're trolls.
Uh-huh.
You will think you're in the right spot, and then they'll be like, yeah, no, we're just going to knock you off instead. So, yeah, we're in the endgame fight. We have not seen Jim use his shield very much, but the shield does make these fights a little easier. There's some fast strats you can do with them.
Yeah, if you don't have the shield to block these kicks, you have to backflip away from them.
Yeah. If you're playing this game vanilla, or just not as a speedrunner, learning how to shield parry is really important.
Definitely. Nice phase 1.
I did not fully understand until I played the randomizer how useful, until I watched people play. Oh, no. Okay.
I love that
Jim
disarm.
was going to miss that. Yeah, there are kind of two ways you can do this phase 2. You can do what Jim did and just knock it and then get the Skyward Strike. You can also wait for him to hit you. You can charge a Skyward Strike, parry him with the shield, and then do it. But the Skyward Strike stun locks him, which lets you get a couple hits.
Now, is that one of the cases where you have to be just far enough away that your sword doesn't also hit him?
Yes. Yep. It's trickier though.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna see the demise fight, which Jim literally can do this fight blindfolded.
It's a neat party trick.
It is a neat party trick. I think he's done it at some GDQs. Oof. Nope. But as you see, even a pro player can mess up the demise phase 1. I'm pretty sure he has also done blindfolded Tentalis, although that's cheating.
Oh, that would be harder. Oh, wait. Right. I remember that one.
Okay, Jim doing a different strategy than I'm used to. Maybe that's faster. with a shield.
I don't know.
But that is GG's for Jim.
Yay!
And looks like both Jim and 64 are here, so I'm going to pull them in for an interview. GG, both of you.
GG's.
Hello, GG's.
GG.
So before we have
sleep?
Yeah.
I thought that I played the beginning pretty decently, and then the sword casino, I kind of took a while to figure out, but other than that, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, the fire sanctuary Baron was like really weird, or at least like getting that as like one of the Baron hits. So it basically the entirety of everything to do with Volcano Summit was Baron, because I got a Baron hit for that, Baron hit for Volcano Summit, and Baron hit for Boko Base.
Yeah, all the Magma Myth stuff was Baron.
Yeah.
And all the earrings stuff, too.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I did like a few things that didn't wind up paying off. Like I decided to go for Dig Spot RBM just in case that gave me something that was advantageous, and early key piece was not it.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to us, at least 64, that you were playing a little more aggressively, right? You definitely, I think, yeah, you were playing a little more aggressively, like Dig Spot RBM, you skipped, you didn't even go around Desert and Douse, which turned out to be nothing. Everything palm locked in Desert was either baubles or I think mostly crystals.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely paid off. But yeah, I mean, the Sword Casino just kind of bit both of you. It was just I don't know. Sword Casino was rough, and then kind of on top of that, you never got the hint for the Triforce piece in the sky, which I assume was in Summit.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I mean there was no reason to go there. So like by the time that I might have even considered it, I knew where the Triforces were.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that Triforce hint, if you're in go mode and missing one Triforce, can be really good, but you're not going to go out of your way otherwise. Mm-hmm. Trying to think what else. So for quite a while, only one of you, so Jim did not get his Hook Beetle for quite a while, and we thought that actually, basically until you found the whip, we're like, okay, this could be really good for 64, because he can get into LMF, Jim can't. And then the whip was found, and that kind of evened out, and then I think you also found another beetle, but...
Yeah, the one on Big Spot in Gorge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, I was mad because I found it after doing the very slow pirates checks, which I guess I could kind of tell from pretty far away were silver rupees, but it's one of those things where I'm like, am I 100% sure it's a silver rupee? And then they were both silver rupees.
Yeah. Those can be punishing if there's something and you misspeak them, so I understand that.
But yeah, and then I get the quick beetle. I'm like, really? Sometimes the randomizer has a very twisted sense of humor.
Yeah.
I mean, where was the third beetle?
Item from Colin was where 64 got it.
So it was pretty. So that was like Sphere 1 or something.
Yeah. So you all had pretty different routing. Because 64 went right into Eldin, and so he got the harp early, and so when he went to Academy, he did that, and getting that Hook Beetle. I mean, it helped him a little bit, but then Jim, you went to Flooded Fair, and 64 didn't go there until I think it was like an hour and
Much
20
later.
in. So the bomb bag kind of, you did different things. Because I think 64 could have climbed up the Great Tree and could have done more, but he got the mitts in Eldin and had the Hook Beetle and was like, okay, I'm just going to go finish Earth Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of what I was thinking was I want to just chase the tablets early, but at the same time, like, I got the Lake Floria path hint, so I just decided to just beeline it to Lake Floria, to just get that hint resolve, which was the mitts, and then that kind of pushed me back towards Eldin, so it took me a long time to get back and do the rest of Fair.
Yep.
Yeah. With the what was it? With the Earth Temple to G2 path hint, like I assumed that had to be Din's power leading to claw shots.
Yeah.
And
I believe so, yeah.
But so, because we started outside Fire Sanctuary, claw shots only logically locked the boss key chest and the chest in the stairway room for Fire Sanctuary. So, like, you could have deduced that the boss key had to be in one of those two chests by
That's
that
good
path
point.
hint. But the
I did
reason
not think about that, but yeah.
But yeah, the reason I didn't like just rush those in Fire Sanctuary is because I found my Hook Beetle at Gorge, and I was like, oh, claw shots must have locked Hook Beetle, which then locks Fire Sanctuary.
I see.
Was the reason I didn't do that. But if Eidolon Colin just had the other beetle, then obviously that's not actually the case.
Yeah, I was considering doing back half first, but I had like 10 hearts, and I'm like, I am not damaging that all the way down quickly. So that's why I decided to do front half, and obviously the boss key was not there.
Yep.
I mean, you were entering Fire Sanctuary and Jim was in G3, so kind of to some extent moot point. But yeah, it was I get why both of you did what you did, especially with all the hearts and everything else.
But yeah, overall it was a very exciting race.
Yeah, we definitely, like, for a while did not know who was going to win, and kind of then it was like, okay, let's see what's going on. And then Jim found the Triforce, and then found the final sword pretty quickly thereafter. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
I guess being... Let's see, I guess going up Great Tree without claw shots wasn't required. That's just what I did. Because of the Hook Beetle on item from Colin.
Well, it enabled you to get up there faster. Given where the claw shots were. I think.
Yeah, it was... Yeah, it wasn't required, but it definitely... I mean, getting the bomb bag, though... Like,
before going into Earth Temple was...
Yeah,
still,
you
still
did Earth
good,
Temple significantly faster than 64, obviously, as a result.
Yeah, I would just kind of wanted to rush Earth Temple because of it. Well, especially because of the hint, and also just because I feel like I need to make up the execution disadvantage by just playing super aggressively.
Yeah. No, I think I kind of said, the way you did things made a lot of sense. I think knowing that, so.
I don't think I have any other questions.
Yeah, neither do I. Can't think of anything else. So with that, well, both of you are moving on to the brackets. The winner, so Jim is going to be playing. You're going to be playing either Audrey or Yal. We don't know who yet, but those two, I think at this, well, I shouldn't say that. That may not be true, but I think those two are most likely to move on from their group. So Jim will play the second place in the group, and 64 will play first place. Please give our runners a follow. Thank you for being willing to be on Restream. Thanks to Featherblade for commentating, and That's the One and Lotta Chiamaka for tracking. Our next race in the tournament is there will be one not restreamed tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Our final restream for the opening round will be 3 o'clock next Sunday Eastern time. So thanks for watching. I'm going to see if any of the other ZSR channels are live. Yes, we're going to go right over to ZSR2, where they have a Ocarina of Time Season 9 race. And, thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your Saturday. And let's go Duke.
See y'all later.
See ya.